Okay, I was so excited to finally do a post that had nothing to do with politics. I was actually going to talk about this week's episode of Scandal, which I thought was crazy, but something came up last night, and I want to talk about that first. I was watching this blazing comedy special that just came out on Netflix by Hassan Minaj, who is a correspondent on The Daily Show. He also was the guy that gave the stand-up routine at the White House Correspondents' Dinner this year. He's a very funny dude. Parents are from India, and I really like him. I thought the Correspondents' Dinner was not his best work, but he threw a few gems in there. But this comedy special was fire. Okay, it was smart, it was poignant, it was hilarious, and it was innovative in many ways. I suggest you see it, and you'll see that he used a lot of tech and stuff that I haven't seen before. But anyway, this is not a plug for his show. I just want to say that he gave a story that actually brought me back to a memory of my own childhood that have not thought about in a very long time. Not that I've repressed it, but that I just don't think about it. He was telling a story about how he was supposed to go to prom with this white girl in his class from Nebraska, and they were dating. And when he showed up to pick up, I think her name might have been Becky. Not sure. That could just be how I remember it. I don't know. I could be wrong. So when he goes to pick up Becky at her house on the night of prom, she's there with another dude, and he takes her to prom. So when the mother came to the door and said, "Oh, Hassan, we're from Nebraska, and pictures going to be taken tonight, and we got to show these pictures to our family and relatives, whatever. It's just not a good look." And so he goes into this whole thing about this. I summed it up in like 2 seconds, but he goes into this whole routine about it, which was funny, but it was very sad at the same time, and it brought me back to why I did not have a date for prom, junior prom. When I was in high school, with only one exception, I did not date girls in my high school. Not for lack of wanting. Trust me, I had a lot of fine ass ladies in my high school. Many of whom I'm still friends with now. Actually, most of them. But never dated any of them for various reasons I will probably get into in another segment. But I was dating mostly women from public schools that were local to me. And I was dating this girl named Caroline, a beautiful Latina woman. And things were great. I invited her to come to my junior prom with me. I told my friends at school about it. I'm like, you're going to finally get to meet her and blah, blah, blah. Because my school was like in Fort Lauderdale, and I lived like 45 minutes away, 30 minutes away. So they never actually got to meet her. I was so excited. This was my first prom, blah, 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 blah. Right? And she was fine. All right? So then, I asked Caroline, I'm like, look, the week before prom, I was like, it's only appropriate that I meet your parents before prom because I'm going to be the one taking you out, whatever. She said, okay, cool. I went over to her house. Apparently, her mom and her dad had split up. I met her mom, and, parents always love me. So we hit it off. I ate over there. I thought I charmed the pants off the mom, whatever. And I was like, I nailed this. And so got the tux, all excited, and had a limo set up with a bunch of my friends, and everybody's gonna have their date and whatever. And then the morning of prom, that morning, I get a phone call from Caroline, and she says, "I've got like a family thing. I'm sorry, I can't make it tonight, and I apologize." And I was like, Caroline, I can hear in your voice that you're lying to me. And so the only thing I have a feeling I know what the problem is, but let me ask you this. Am I ever going to see you again? She said, no. And I said, okay. And is it because I'm black? She said, yeah, my mom doesn't like it. And so I wasn't going to go to prom. I was heartbroken, obviously. And, I told my closest friend at the time, and he just rallied and said, you got to come, we'll take care of you, whatever. Look, to make a long story short, because of my friends, I actually went to prom by myself. And they took the best care of me that they could. They even neglected their own dates. But the dates were my friends too, so it was cool. But, I knew that they were taking away from their own precious prom time to make sure that I was out on the dance floor. I was trying to have a good time, etc., etc. And I will never forget that. And let me tell you this, that had it not been for the fact that I've always surrounded myself with great friends, had it not been for the fact that my parents have raised me to give myself my own value and to always be proud of myself, had it not been for those things, this could have scarred me in a very serious way. But it hasn't. Okay? But the point I want to make is that I don't like to use, phrases that use the word white in them, like white privilege. Even though I completely agree with them, but I just find that they can be divisive and might turn people off to what I'm trying to say. So that's just a personal choice. But here's an exception. Because, everybody goes through, crazy shit in high school. And some of it can have long-lasting effects, and it can hurt you in your soul, But these are the things that we all go through, no matter who we are. But I know that this just happened because I was black. And if I weren't black, I would have had a beautiful date for prom. Now, everybody has their own privilege. That's white privilege. I know that I have male privilege because there's certain things that women probably went through in high school that I never had to even think about. But the point is, whatever your privilege is, you don't have to feel bad about it because you were just born into it. Just try to understand it and be sympathetic. And if we all did that, like I try to do on a daily basis, what my friends try to do on a daily basis, then this will be a much better world. So the reason I'm sharing this story is not for you to feel bad for me. I feel bad for her because look at me now. So fresh and so clean. But just to show that things happen in life that were it not for racism, sexism, all kinds of isms, it just wouldn't happen to you. Just think about it. This vlog went really long. I'm trying to keep them under 5 minutes, but this was an important one. All right? Enjoy your holiday weekend. I miss you all, and I love you all.